Hi, I'm Beryl, and in today's episode, I am going to give you the 5 easiest dishes that I have made on my channel from around the world. We're gonna make this video a countdown with number 5 being easy and number 1 being easy beasy lemon squeezy easy. So at number 5, we are starting with Shorbat adis from Iraq.
Hi, my name is Ali, and I'm originally from Iraq, but I live in Scotland. My absolute favourite thing is a Middle Eastern lentil soup called Shorbat adis. It has turmeric, which gives it a vibrant colour, and along with various aromatic spices. It's simple in ingredients, but complex in its taste. The flavour is rich and mellow, and the texture is creamy and velvety. I usually top mine with a drizzle of olive oil, some cracked black pepper, and a squeeze of lemon. Shorbat adis is well known by the people of the Middle East. The history of Shorbat adis originates in Tel Abu Huraira in Syria, where it started off as just water and lentils. 8,000 years later, it is still beloved in the same region of the world. The soup is perfect for a rainy day, as it is the definition of comfort food, and a warm bowl of soup is all you would want on a miserable day, as it is heartwarming and soothing. But this dish in particular makes every day better. I hope you like it.
Okay, lentil soup, and honestly, I love lentil soup. I feel like when I was a kid, I didn't like lentil soup because I always associated it with dark lentils, but I love yellow lentils. Why am I using the smallest spoon in the world? Much better. This is absolutely beautiful. It is lemony, and so it feels very fresh, but it's like warm. Very nice. It's kind of similar to Indian dal, only when I make dal, I cook it with water, and cooking this with chicken broth, or if you wanted to make a vegetarian vegetable broth, definitely gives it a richness of flavor. Honestly though, it's the lemon and cracked pepper that really is making this 100. It's so good, and this was so easy. 100% going into my rotation. This is so good. This is so good. Also, non-related, do we need to talk about these? Yes, we do. I'll show a close-up of them. I'm pretty obsessed. They are my new favorite earrings and I want to wear them all the time. Any other Adventure Time fans? Because I'm casually a huge fan. I feel like lentils are one of those things that everybody has their own versions of, and even though I don't know how many ways you can dress a horse, aka a lentil, to make them super different, I feel like I just love all the iterations. Okay, next dish. Number 4, 3-cup mushroom from Taiwan.
Hello, I'm Heather.
And I'm Leon, and we both live in Luxembourg. Now, if you don't know what Luxembourg is, it's a very, very, very small country in the middle of Europe.
But we originally are from America, and Leon's parents emigrated to America from Taiwan. And
That's
so
right.
we're going to talk about a Taiwanese dish.
And that dish is a dish that we really love. It's called San Bei Gu,
which means 3-cup mushrooms. And that is a typical style of cooking in Taiwan, where you have equal portions of sesame oil, soy sauce, and rice wine to cook an ingredient. Probably the most famous is actually 3-cup chicken, but this mushroom version is particularly great, especially if you're vegetarian, which one of our daughters is vegetarian.
What we really like about this dish is the contrasting colors that you see in it.
In the dish, you have whole cloves of garlic, which are treated as a vegetable in themselves, plus a little chili for spice, and finally, something I find very typical in Taiwanese cooking, which is Thai basil. The type of mushrooms we usually use are a type of mushroom called ping oyster mushroom, or Iraqi. These are a lot larger than a typical cultivated mushroom, and they hold up to the cooking much better.
So if you've never had Taiwanese food, this is a fantastic dish to introduce you to Taiwanese cuisine. It's really easy to make and very good tasting, and good looking to boot.
Three-cup mushroom from Heather and Leon, who, by the way, are amazing musicians. And Heather sent me some of their music, which you can listen to as well. So talented! Ugh, you guys are all so amazing. Okay, this was incredibly simple to make, and it smells like it's going to be incredibly delicious. Whoa, yep. Whoa. Ooh. Spicy! That was my fault. I put in really spicy peppers. I wish that I had made rice with this because that would have been the best. I ate all of my leftover rice and then I just felt too lazy to make more rice. King oyster mushrooms, I feel like I don't buy them that often because they're not available at my grocery store next door. It's interesting how there are two kinds, like that really, really big one that looked a little, and the smaller ones. I guess it's the same mushroom, just when you leave them to grow. Wow. It's so umami rich. It feels like all of the flavor is just inside the mushroom. So every time you take a bite, you just get like tons of this salty, savory yumminess. I have a personal vendetta against Thai basil. Not that I don't like it, but I had a home garden once and the Thai basil took over and killed everything else and then spread. And I had so much Thai basil, I just didn't even know what to do with it. And I was trying to give it away and people were like, what do we do with Thai basil? And I was like, I'm not exactly sure. You can put it in this. I like the idea that garlic was a vegetable in this. Also, eating the full slices of ginger is so enjoyable in this sauce. Oh, here's a garlic clove. Yes. Oh my goodness. It is so soft. It's like, you know when you put I just got too excited. You know when you put garlic in the oven and it becomes super soft and super spreadable? That's what it's like in here. Wait, I want another one. Wow. I've never thought about garlic as a vegetable before. I've always thought about it as something that you mince up and fry before the onions. That's cool. This recipe is extraordinarily simple to make. I like that you can do this with different types of meat as well, but if you wanted to do mushrooms, you could, and man, it slaps. I wish I hadn't said that. It's very good though. Before you find out the next dish, let's take a moment and thank the sponsor for today's video, Native. While we're on the subject of easy, one easy switch that I have made in my life to reduce single-use plastic is transitioning to Native's plastic-free deodorants. Just because these are in paper packaging does not mean that the formula of the deodorant has changed. It's the same formula, just a new look. I've been using it for quite a long time, so when they asked to partner with me, I was definitely on board. They come in some beautiful scents, including eucalyptus and mint, citrus and herbal musk, and lilac and white tea. These are the three that I chose. Honestly, my favorite is the eucalyptus mint. It smells so fresh, but not like you're walking around with like a bouquet of flowers in your pits. I don't know, it's good. All of their deodorants are aluminum-free, paraben-free, vegan, and cruelty-free. If you wanted to try these, 3 of them would be $39, but if you use my link in code, which is Beryl2, you will get them for $26, which is 33% off. Good math. In addition, if you use my code, you will get 20% off their body washes and their toothpastes. They sent me one of their toothpastes, and I really, really like it. I didn't even know that Native did toothpaste, but it's great. All right, are you ready to find out number 3? It's a dessert, chocolate tofu pie from the United States.
Hi, my name is Brandy and I live in West Virginia, located in America. And the recipe I want to share with you is a chocolate tofu no-bake pie. Now this pie is rich and decadent and chocolatey and creamy. It is definitely a treat. We love this pie because in our home we eat a plant-based diet, and this pie is so good. It really reminds us of our old favorite, chocolate chess pie, and this pie makes us feel like we are not missing out on anything by eating plant-based. We love to make this pie around holidays. My boys and I love to make it. It's so simple and so easy to make, and we make it together, and the boys love to clean the spatula and the bowl when we're done. We also love this pie because where we live in West Virginia, there's not a lot of vegan options when we go out. And so we often have to find that we need to be creative at home. And so we do that. And when I share this pie with people who don't eat a plant-based diet or maybe are a little bit skeptical of tofu, they're always shocked when they find out the secret ingredient is tofu because it is so good. You would never guess that it's tofu. Now in America, tofu is usually viewed as a meat substitute. But I don't view tofu as a meat substitute. I view it as a blank slate. You can do so much with tofu. You can do, obviously, desserts. You can do meat substitutes. You can do creams. You can do dips. All kinds of things. I really think tofu is a blank slate for creativity. And I really hope that you give this pie a try, especially if you're a tofu skeptic, because I do believe that this pie can change your mind about tofu. And I hope you enjoy it. Bon appetit.
This looks like a pudding cake. And I didn't have to bake anything. I mean, this could not have been easier to make. I am so interested. Are you kidding me? I'm never not making tofu chocolate cake again. What? This is the craziest thing I've ever had in my life. I am not trying to be dramatic when I tell you, if I didn't know that this cake was made out of tofu, there's no way I would ever even guess it. Shocking. Just make this and put it into tiny ramekins and put it in the fridge for 2 hours and you have tofu chocolate pudding. This doesn't even taste like tofu. So when I was decorating the cake, I bought this plant-based whipped cream and I tried to place it around it. I had this idea of what it would look like. It looked terrible. So then I tried to scrape it off and it left these little white marks and then I was like, oh God. So then I cut up a banana. The banana with this is so good. Happy mistake. Even though this is only the second dish, if you're gonna make something from this episode, do yourself a favor and do this one at least, because I think it will really surprise you and how easy it was to make. Like, you have nothing to lose. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Owen Wilson, wow. Number 2, chips Mayai from Tanzania.
Hi, I'm Olivia from San Diego, California. I grew up in Tanzania in East Africa, and I'm here to talk about a very common street food known as chips Mayai. In Swahili, chips refers to as fries and Mayai translates to eggs. This is a very simple recipe made with very basic common ingredients found in every household. It is as simple as it sounds. It's basically fries in an omelette. You start with frying up some sliced potatoes, add some salt, set them aside, and then beat some eggs. You heat up a pan, add some oil, layer the pan with the fries, pour the egg mixture on the top. You can add some finely chopped onions, cilantro, tomatoes, some salt, and a dash of chili powder. Let it cook about 3/4 of the way and then flip it once and it's ready to serve. It is very comforting and can be easily put together quickly. This is a very traditional Tanzanian street food and I'm so glad I was able to introduce it to all of you. I hope you like it.
French fry omelet. French fry omelet. French fry omelet. It looks beautiful, right? There's definitely French fries in this. Yes. This would be a great way to reuse French fries. And you're like, what do I do with old French fries? You put them in an omelet. This is so good. You know what would make it better? Mama Maggie, hot and sweet. Mama Maggie, hot and sweet. You're hot and you're sweet. It's like a normal omelet with French fries in it. I don't know much about Tanzanian street food, but if this is my entry point, there's a lot to look forward to. Yum. I didn't think I was gonna eat this whole omelet, but here we are. You definitely need to make this. It was so good, super accessible. Everybody should have these ingredients. And it was so good. Did I say that it was so good? It's so good. And number 1, Nasi Kecap Telur, submitted from Singapore.
Hi Beryl, my name is Sharifa and I'm from the little red dot called Singapore. The dish I want to share with you all today is called Nasi Telur Kecap in Bahasa Melayu. In English, it directly translates to rice, egg, soy sauce, and all you need are those 3 ingredients. Nasi Telur Kecap is simply made with fresh or leftover white rice, a fried sunny side up egg, and then it's drizzled on top with kecap manis, a thick sweet soy sauce. You must make sure that the soy sauce is a thick sweet soy sauce, and the sauce, it really depends on the person, but I tend to make sure that there's enough to cover up the dish. The dish is not the most aesthetic looking dish, but it's perfect for a quick lazy meal, and it's what I think of when it comes to comfort food. I have fond memories of my mum or my nene, my grandmother on my mum's side, making it for me when I was young, and as I've gotten older, I now make it for myself. A little fun fact, I actually used to call this dish mixed up when I was younger because you literally had to mix all the ingredients together. I think it's fair to say that everyone loves lazy days, and my ideal lazy day would be one relaxing with a cup of tea and a good book and a nice view. I think people should try Nasi Telur Kecap if they enjoy a dish that is savory but slightly sweet and they don't feel like cooking such a complicated meal. Sometimes simple is best.
Well, this was very easy to make, so +1 point for that. I'm also gonna do +1 point that I'm trying another new sauce. I've never had the thickened sweet soy sauce before. It was a little thinner than I thought, but I think I put enough on. Now I'm gonna mix it all up. Mix, mix, mix. I can see now at this point, it's definitely not as aesthetically pleasing as it had been just a moment ago. But once it's in your stomach, it looks like this anyway. Wow. Oh, that is extremely satisfying. Wow, I love all these new sauces that I'm learning from you all. Since starting this channel, I eat rice for breakfast more than I ever have in my entire life. I think before this channel, I don't think I actually ever really did eat rice for breakfast, and now I do, because it's fabulous. And it's like, it makes you feel good for the day. This sweet soy sauce is definitely sweet in a very good way. Not sweet like dessert sweet, but it's got this like salty umami sweetness. It's, come on, break egg. Sorry. It's so different from anything I've ever had, and I love it. You may have noticed that bottle of sweet soy sauce is very, very large, but I already looked online and found tons of recipes like using it as a marinade and using it to cook chicken and fish. So I'm excited. I'm excited to have a new sauce. This is a very simple and low entry point to eating something that's super familiar, but also very different. I hope that you try to make some of these. I promise you will succeed. Let me know if you do, and I will see you all in my next video.